Thank you, Kimberly. Well, when it comes to Halloween, not all treats are created equal, and Tina Whisk of Metroplex Baby and Kids is here to tell us which candy is better to give out on Halloween night, as well as some creative alternatives to hand out to the trick-or-treaters at your door. Hi, Tina.
Hi, how are you, Hillary?
Great. Well, I'm getting excited about Halloween. Yes. And I know one of the things that my mom, because she worked in dentistry, she was always concerned about is which candy I was eating and which was good for my teeth, bad for my teeth, all of that. So which candy is better to give out if you are going to give out candy?
There definitely is a difference, and dentists love talking about this topic. Hard chocolate is actually not as bad for your teeth as soft candy like gummies, caramels. Those take a lot longer to chew, so bacteria builds up a lot more quickly. So if you want to give out candy, go with the chocolate.
I like that.
Especially dark chocolate. It's better. It actually has a mineral in there that hardens tooth enamel.
Oh,
so again, in moderation, of course, but if you're going to go the candy route, that's the way you should go.
Okay, so chocolate's the way to go.
Chocolate's the way to go.
No complaints there.
Right. Now, there are a lot of alternatives, though, to giving out candy, and some of them are dentist approved.
Okay.
I brought a couple of these little packets. These are actually cheaper than handing out candy. One is called tooth tissues, and it's a wipe that you can use to just quickly wipe down your teeth to get rid of the candy residue that's stuck over after you have a treat. And the other is Junior Oral Care Candy, which is actually, it's dentist safe and it breaks up the bacteria that's left in your mouth.
And that's cheaper than handing out the candy.
It's cheaper than handing out candy.
I love that.
And then you can do little toys as well, which if you're going to splurge and give out the big chocolate bars, it's just as easy to give out a toothbrush or a little toy like a small packet of Play-Doh, little nail polishes or little cars depending on boy or girl. Stickers are good, little tattoos, and those are much cheaper than giving out candy as well.
Fun. Now, if we're going to do the tooth tissues or the oral care candy, where could we get those?
You can get them at most drugstores. CVS, Walgreens carry them, and you can get big boxes full, even at Babies R Us.
Oh, how
and
neat.
Hand them out.
Well, my husband likes to hand out baseball cards.
That's a good
because
idea.
He collects baseball cards, and he handed out a lot of those in addition to the candy last year, so now we're known as the house that gives out the baseball cards.
That's a good house. Now, kids are invariably going to collect candy, and a lot of dentists have offered a candy buyback program to where they take the candy and send it to troops overseas. So if your kids collect a lot of candy and you don't want them to keep them, that's a good way to teach them a lesson and do something good at the same time and keep the bacteria fighting candy out of their mouths.
Now, if you are going to hand out candy, how much do you think you should give each child that comes to the door?
That's a great question. If you're going to go with a large candy bar, one is plenty. If you're going to go with a variety like what we show on the table here, 2 or 3, depending on how much you've bought and what the traffic is that you've had come through that night.
Okay.
So start off small, and then if you have a lot at the end, I'm always the house that ends up giving a lot more at the end just to get rid of it, so I don't keep it.
Want it in the house.
Right.
Exactly. Now, so when you're going through your child's bag at home, the chocolate is better to keep out, but weed out maybe say the now and laters and the caramels and all of those.
Exactly. Now be sure, of course, to check it, make sure all the packaging is tight, and then explain to your child, set expectations beforehand that yes, you're going to collect all this candy today. It does not mean you're going to eat all this today. So save it and put it in a bin and say after meals you can have 1 or 2 pieces. And it's always great to give it to them after meals because the saliva that's already built up in their mouths helps break down the sugar that's in the candy.
That's a smart tip. Great. Well, I love the alternatives, the little nail polishes and the little glitter dough. That's so fun. These are great ideas. And the toothbrushes, too.
Yes.
And the tooth tissues. Parents will love those. Well, thank you so much, Tina. I really appreciate it. And to find